RC2 News today. We have breaking news this morning. A man terrorized workers at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis.
By the time police arrived on scene, 8 people were dead. Investigators say the shooter also took his own life. Our Brandon Walker is following the latest on why those workers, Brandon, didn't have a way to call for help when this all started.
Yeah, that's because of a policy that is under a lot of scrutiny this morning, Lisa, and we'll get to that in a second. But now we're learning more about what led up to this shooting, at least the scene there, from a chief investigator for Indianapolis State Police who tells CNN this morning that shooting happened quickly, possibly lasting 1 to 2 minutes, and the gunman is believed to have shot people both in the parking lot and inside the facility. Let's get a look at that facility now in Indianapolis this morning. Police say they responded to an active shooter call at around 11 o'clock local time last night. The gunman has not been identified, and investigators have not said anything about his possible affiliation with that FedEx facility. They don't know for sure if he was an employee. They're not saying so right now. Authorities do say, though, that the gunman got out of his vehicle and immediately began firing in the parking lot. He then entered the facility, killing 8, wounding others before taking his own life.
There are a lot of people, not just officers, but family members who are still arriving and still learning about this incident. This occurred after many went to bed, and some were just now waking up to this.
That's where we get to that point about the cell phones. Meantime, many of those family members, they've gathered here at this Holiday Inn near the facility. Employees there, too, sharing harrowing accounts of hearing gunshots, being told to duck, but not being able to do anything else, really. And there's a reason for that. That's because they couldn't phone for help. It's policy for them to keep their phones in a locker and not on the floor. Growing calls this morning from relatives of those who are affected by this. Many people nationwide for FedEx to look at that policy, and this just in, FedEx acknowledging that it will. Meantime, we are hearing from local officials. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez tweeting, quote, "Heartbroken for the families and others loved ones of the people shot and killed and dozens wounded at the FedEx warehouse in Indianapolis. Praying for all affected by this tragedy." Meantime, more information from investigators on the ground. They say some of the injured took themselves to various hospitals in the area, and due to different hospitals there, officials actually are still working to determine how many people exactly were shot, Owen.
Brandon Walker live in the newsroom covering the breaking news of the shooting in Indianapolis. Brandon, thank you.